Hi, this is Dr. Kyre Adept again talking about Geotran and specifically about the Gems of Excellence course. Now, the Gems of Excellence course teaches not only the clearings and integrations in mind gems that are already looked at in the intro class, but also the 4 integrations that are specific to the light computer. And these 4 are the living integration, peace integration, 4-in-1 integration, and miracle integration. Now, Gems of Excellence is a program or course for brain re-education for successful living. That's all it is. There's no belief system involved in it. Exactly the same way a computer technician would look at your computers and clear out the things that don't work and that are not part of you and not part of your divine blueprint. With Gems of Excellence, we are specifically looking at the light computer and making sure that it is functioning properly in order for it to control your physical experience or direct your physical experience in the way that you choose rather than the way society chooses, your family chooses, your religion chooses, whatever social constructs are around you, or whatever past traumas have left their imprint, have traced themselves onto your system. So, to quote the introduction to, well, that's to say the preface to the Gems of Excellence manual, this is what Dorothy Espio says. Now, and she created Geotran, of course, so what she has to say about this is pretty crucial. So, the miracle integration deals with the way that you learn, right? It's the way you see yourself and the world, and the way you can hear and comprehend. So specifically, the miracle integration is tremendously good for dyslexia. All dyslexia means is that information cannot cross the midline, side to side, top to bottom, or front to back. That's it. And you can be dyslexic for anything. You can be dyslexic for a belief, for an emotion, for a person, for a place, for an activity. A perfect example is John Wayne. You can see in any film of John Wayne that he is dyslexic for walking. People, we think of dyslexia as relating primarily to words and numbers, but that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to dyslexia. The good part is it's actually relatively easy to sort out, because once you get that connection going, once you have that ability to communicate across the midline, no dyslexia. Perfect. The 4-in-1 integration is about the way that you communicate, especially with your inner self. And as a lot of our life is conditioned around our mind chatter, what we're saying to ourselves, what we believe, this can be very, very helpful to making your life flow more smoothly, more easily. The peace integration is for restoration of lost ideals and the violation of universal laws. Now, I don't know about you, but most people I know grew up in the Judeo-Christian tradition. And the Judeo-Christian tradition is based around guilt. So if you're constantly beating yourself up for things that you did or didn't do, but that you're taking an incorrect responsibility for, it's really hard to move forward as you, with the joy in being who you are designed to be. So the peace integration restores your peace of mind by dealing with that sort of issue. And then the other one is the living integration, and that restores your ability to receive and to be blessed. If the living integration comes up for you, that means that there's some part of you that is dead. And obviously not necessarily physically dead, because you're alive enough to be watching this video and hopefully attending a Gems of Integration course. But dead as in non-functional. Dead as in the computer chip is dead. Dead as in your computer just went and obviously it's going to be much easier to create the kind of life that you want to create if all parts are functioning and alive as they should be. So the Gems of Excellence class comes in 2 parts. We spend the first weekend, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, correcting immediate issues for the group and for the timelines leading up to that moment. So any issue that relates to your light computer and that relates to, or that would require the 4 integrations, any of them, we are correcting that up to that now when the class is taking place. And then in the second weekend, we give all that a little chance to integrate in your system. In the second weekend, we actually teach and demonstrate and practice in small groups how to do these integrations on yourself, and then you would also be able to do them on your family. And over time, with practice with clients, if you're already operating in this section of the healing arts. And the best thing about the Gems of Excellence class, or any Geotran class, is that whatever we're doing in the front of the room, whoever we're working on, whatever you're doing in a small group, in the same room, is being affected by everyone else in the joint field that's being created by that group of students and practitioners. So if I work on Joe over here in front of the room and Joe has an issue that overlaps with yours, that will clear for you also. And so it's a synergistic creation that is clearing much more than just the one person's light computer who happens to be the person being demonstrated on. So I love seeing people come back to classes over and over again, which we allow you to do very cheaply. If you do a repeat, it's $100 instead of $600 for the whole class, because we want to encourage people to keep clearing their field, clearing their field, clearing their field, clearing their field. You know, the more junk you get out of the field, the easier it is to use your light computer, the easier it is to create the circumstances of your life so that it actually supports your dreams, your innate abilities, your talents, so it can switch on your brain, all parts of your brain, and your specific genius. You are a gift to the world. And learning the Gems of Excellence lets you switch that on so that you can light up everyone around you. So for more information about these courses, do go to my website, www.drkyre.com. That's drkyre.com. Let's get you started on your Geotran journey. Thanks.